Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the trade that I took with CPI News and won. So I'm going to start today explaining what I saw on ES, which was my first entry at 10.16, which I shorted, but it was a demo trade, no risk, but I still want to explain what I saw, the confluences, etc. So first, my buys are typically long because we took liquidity down to downside and we had a bullish SMT with NASDAQ, as you can see. Let me pull up NASDAQ so y'all can see the SMT. And nope, sorry. There we go. Here's the S&P from this low to this high. And yes, which I don't know why it keeps deleting. Here we go. From these highs to these low. Now, what happened here is we didn't get our 5-minute retracement instantly from our liquidity sweep. This caused a bit of concern to me. We still had the S&P, so it was okay for waiting another 5-minute retracement. We got this 5-minute retracement right here at 10:05. So if we go down to the 1 minute, here at 10:05, I do not see, I only see an inverse, but I do not see equilibrium getting filled. No equilibrium got filled. If you think this is filling it out, this equilibrium right here, it is not because it created a new equilibrium, which is these lows to these highs, which actually it got filled here, and there's my entry. But let me explain more. So I only see an inverse, and I don't see any for valley gaps getting filled except this kind of a rally gap, but it only got filled with the green candle. And as you guys know, I like my fair rally gaps to the bullish side. First with the black candle, and then my continuation candle must be the green one, and then I will enter, not the first one being green. Now, we had basically this inverse, this fair rally gap became an inverse fair rally gap, me thinking, hey, if I'm really skeptical with my 5-minute retracement not being like, if it doesn't happen after the liquidity sweep, I probably think the price wants to go lower and reach lower liquidity. So I said, let me switch my bias because I really think if price wanted to go up, it would have done it by now. So inverse fair value gap happened. We have a new fair value gap here. As you can see, this candle fills this fair value gap and continuation candle to a downside. Now, here is the thing. It's CPI. Normally, my entry would have been here. Honestly, it would have been here. This would have been a great trade, a better risk to reward. It would have been a 2.41 RR. But that's not what I did. That is not what I did. I am still skeptical as heck on my entries because it's CPI. And that's the type of guy I am. I want to be confident with my trades. And I don't want to be emotional, so I need even more confidence to enter. Now, why did I wait one more extra candle? Because we had this fair value gap right here. And this S&P hasn't been invalidated, making me think there's still kind of bullish confluences that could happen. But hey, I'm trying to react. I'm trying to be confident. And this is going to be a demo trade. So it's fine. Let me do this. So this got inversed, and I enter with this candle closure here with my stop loss on top of this fair value gap. Why did I put it up there? Because this is the fair value gap that my whole confluence was reacting, and my stop and my take profit was at hourly lows. It ended up hitting. So I was like, perfect. Now let's go to the real trade that I actually took on NASDAQ. This, though, helped me find the trade that I took on NASDAQ because at the S&P and NASDAQ usually move in unison. If not, S&P divergence great, but as we saw here, we had more bearish confluences than bullish. Now, if we go to NASDAQ, we marked our hourly highs. The yellow line is an hourly high that CPI took, saying like, it could be bearish, could be not. Not look into that, to be honest. Now, this for value gap, oh my god, it holds strong for a long time, but it's fine. I see that since ES is going into my direction, I'm like, hey, let me look what NASDAQ's doing. So I look at the 1 minute, I go back, and I'm like, hey, yo, we inverse every freaking for value gap here. And I'm like, that seems really bearish order flow in my opinion. We broke structure here in the 1 minute. We inverse all of this. And I'm like, no way we want to go bullish, because if we wanted to go bullish, price would have done so by now. That's what my mind's thinking. So I'm like, you know what? I believe in myself. I'm confident. Let me look for an entry. So equilibrium from here, from these highs to this low, got created, and I'm searching for. Dang it! Press the wrong button. So, and I'm searching for the top of this rally gap to get filled, which it did because this got inverse, and I knew that the first rally gap was probably gonna get inverse because they needed to reach my 50% mark for me to see it as like a good trade. Now, let's erase this. This is the different rally gap that we are trading from. So it got filled, and continuation candle, I could have entered here. If I'm being honest, I could have entered here for a much better risk to reward. And my take profit here being a 3.29. Look at that, guys. 3.21 RR. But it's CPI, and I am skeptical. So, what do I do? And what do I see? I see that in this equilibrium going to the upside, even though we're respecting this with the continuation candle, I have an inverse fair value gap. Now, my field was a bit different, but I got lucky with my field. I am gonna be straight up with you. I entered with the closure of this, but while I entered, price decided to move up. Price decided to move up a bit, and I entered around this range. Really lucky. And price decided to say, "Hey, Mauricio, we're just gonna go up. We're gonna play with your emotions." But today I risked only $100 instead of $400 to $500 as I usually do. Really small win. But I only risked $100, and I'm like, hey, I'm just confident in my trade. I'm trusting my confluences. Like ES is like still respecting my confluences. So what could go wrong? Price decided to retest this for value gap, and guess what? It went down to the downside, took take profit one. I could have extended it for take profit two on my red line and gotten a 2 RR, but I didn't. I wanted to be safe, took profit at a 1.39 RR. And that was the trade that I took today. Today, honestly, I'm pretty proud of my trading. The only thing I could have done differently is not trade it and it'd be even safer. But that was the trade that I took today. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I'll explain them in another video or in the same comment section. Now, thank you for watching. See ya. Have a good day.